Good evening and welcome to Bakeline. I am Factornaut, and this is a bunch of stuff. The newest wave of racial hyper-awareness has cooled, but it sat in our grill for weeks, if not longer. Kicked off by a dickweed in a uniform who mistook neck kneeling for humane treatment, thereby ensuring citizen and police relations would be intensely fucked for the foreseeable future. In response, the wisest men in cities everywhere met to decide their best course of action. Not surprisingly, they took a play right out of the same playbook that they have been using for years. On to, fake to the left, set up in the pocket, burn the town that you live in, paying special attention to the places your family shops for necessities. I guess they still believe, after all this time, that improving their community begins with putting untold numbers of taxpayers out of work. Way to go, guys. The most surprising thing, though, is who calls the shots. I looked into this BLM to find out who is behind all the mayhem, and I was honestly stunned. The last people you would expect. According to what I uncovered, BLM is the Bureau of Land Management. I have no freaking idea why they would plant themselves in the middle of this cause, but the internet doesn't lie. And you know what? I don't even want to know. With these occasional cleansings comes petitions to remove offensive works of art from public spaces. Enter Cleveland, Ohio's Little Italy neighborhood. The oft-vilified culture vulture from our seafaring past, Christopher Columbus, is a frequent target of folks on the receiving end of the offense. Columbus, detractors say, is actually known for the brutal treatment of the indigenous people and his participation in the early slave trade. If petitioners have their way, and I suggest they should, a statue of Chris Coe in Cleveland's Little Italy will be replaced by a statue of Chef Boyardee. Here is an example of such a statue outside ConAgra Foods in Milton, New York. Now here's the reason that I found this story noteworthy. This is not simply a clever mascot for a food brand. This was a real guy. His name was Hector Boiardi. What? I never heard that before. Well, the Chef Boyardee brand and iconic mustache are not the reason petitioners are suggesting his statue replace Columbus. Hector and his brothers had built a canned food empire from the ground up. During World War II, the company had produced canned food around the clock 7 days a week for American soldiers, earning the company a gold star in 1946. So there is good reason to petition for the statue as a replacement. But Hector Boiardi, man, I never knew. For our next story, I want to ask, how many of you would classify yourselves as couch potatoes? 1, 2, okay, all of you. Well, I can put myself in that category, at least mentally. I mean, I like to stay home and sit. I would likely do just that if I was permitted to do so, but life, am I right? The classic couch potato wants to sit on the couch and watch TV. And if they're good at it, they're watching cartoons in their slippers, eating snacks with their feet up. On the other end of the spectrum, you have the X-gamers, guys and gals who put their lives on the line to really feel alive. They don't sit on the sofa. They are up at dawn, big wave riding, spelunking, bombing hills, and hauling ass in those tiny jets, among other things. These two life choices could not be further apart. Then along comes Hassan Kaval, a paragliding instructor from Izmir, Turkey. By somehow folding the fabric of reality, Hassan brought the two polar opposites together brilliantly. As you can see here, he has mounted a sofa to a frame, on which he also has a flat-screen TV, and he even has a little lamp behind the sofa. This pioneer has boldly taken the joy experienced by the couch potato and the exhilaration of the paragliding experience and forced the two together. And this wasn't half-assed. I mean, he straight chills it up there. He swaps his shoes for slippers, puts his feet up, enjoys some cheese doodles, and he watches cartoons. Even the landing was flawless. Well done, you crazy bastard. There is a small blemish on the otherwise perfect event, and that was his choice to watch Tom and Jerry. You can hear it here. It doesn't take away from the feat as it stands, until, of course, someone comes along and does the same exact stunt, but watches the vastly superior works of Tex Avery, Droopy, for example, or Red Hot Riding Hood. Come on, no contest. Nevertheless, congratulations on a successful flight. I strongly believe that this will actually never be attempted again. How was your 4th of July, everyone? Did you have a few beers, light some fireworks? Well, 44-year-old Don Peters of Akron, Ohio, got pretty lit on the 4th. Thanks to his short fuse, the intoxicated man walked into a Subway sandwich restaurant at about 12:45 on the afternoon of the 4th and demanded that they make him a meal. When they refused, he forced his way around the counter and began making his own sandwich, by God. There's no photo of the sandwich, but I think it would probably look like this. I've made a drunk sandwich before. Mr. Peters left the store after pausing to damage some of the plexiglass. I suppose because he didn't have enough criminal charges, he figured destruction of property was an easy one to get. Police arrested him a short while later, and he was found to be in possession of a bottle of vodka and a block of Subway cheese. I just want to say that if it can be shown that Don ingested any of the rancid meat that they serve at Subway, he has more than paid his debt to society. Look at this guy. Had someone asked me to guess what he had been arrested for, just from this photo, there's a good chance I would have guessed, well, he was drunk and robbed a Subway. I think it's the eyes, coupled with the neck tattoo. I don't know. 55-year-old Kevin Nix of Chipping Norton, Oxfordshire, England, was invited to a racing event for unconventional vehicles on July 4th. According to an article published on July 8th, Mr. Nix used parts lying around his house when he mounted a Honda moped engine to the back of a wheelbarrow that recorded speeds of 36 miles per hour. "No wheelbarrow has flown down at the speeds I was going," Nix boasted to the Daily Star. "It's thrilling and absolutely bonkers to drive it." The 57-year-old former gardener said that he was aiming to set a Guinness World Speed record on the Barrow of Speed once the pandemic had passed. Hang on. Would the folks at Guinness possibly entertain the idea of including fastest wheelbarrow ever? Well, let's at least consider to what degree this qualifies as a wheelbarrow. I will give him that a quick glance would be enough to sell it, but check this out. The first thing that you notice is the wheel is below and up inside the barrel portion. About the barrel. This looks like the communist East Germany take on the wheelbarrow. Sharp corners with sloppy welds. And what's this? There's a plate welded over the motor about 3 inches below the rim. You can't haul shit in there. And this guy says he plans to get the Guinness record for the world's fastest wheelbarrow? This has got to be a joke, right? Well, Nix built the world's fastest shed in 2015. That is not a shed. That is a car with a shed-like outer shell. Is Guinness really sunk to this level of shitposting? That settles it, folks. The Baked Salmon Network would like to throw our hat in the ring. Announcing Team Salmon Barrow. In 2021, the trophy comes home. Well, a sad note tonight. We've lost another one of God's innocent creatures during the lockdown. F's in the chat, boys and girls. This Lamborghini. On June 25th, this Lamborghini Huracan Spider had left the dealership just 20 minutes earlier, when it apparently had some mechanical difficulty coming to a stop in the outside lane of the M1 motorway. That was unfortunate as well for the driver of the van that smashed into the back of this beauty. At this time, we cannot confirm that Ben Chen is not to blame. The low estimated price of $300,000 would seem to preclude his involvement. Asked for a statement, Ben Chen stated that he would never think of murdering such a basic bitch car. TikTok user Kevin Wise was looking for his 5 minutes of fame when he jumped into a fish tank at Bass Pro Shop in Bossier, Louisiana in late June.
That said, I was just joking, and I was like, if I get 2,000 likes on here or more, I'll jump in the tank.
That's the man who says he jumped into the fish tank at Bossier City Bass Pro Shops. Yep, he fessed up to it. He says he did it to become a viral sensation on TikTok.
On June 26th, the company filed a complaint with the Bossier City Police Department, noting that it had to empty the 13,000-gallon tank and clean it after Wise's swim. Wise wouldn't recommend the stunt to others and said, "Don't do spur-of-the-moment crap like I do." This episode brought to you by TikTok, home to the world's worst human beings. A suspected Nazi has been arrested after he allegedly shot a woman who tried to steal a swastika flag from his front lawn. Alexander John Feaster, 44, is accused of opening fire on the 26-year-old woman after she ventured onto his property to snatch the flag as a dare. The victim had been at a party at a nearby home in the Hunter, Oklahoma neighborhood. The unnamed woman was hospitalized but is expected to recover. The main reason that I'm telling you this story is to answer the question, what kind of person proudly displays Nazi flags on their property in this day and age? Now think about that for a moment. Picture in your mind the kind of person who does that. You got it? Now, is this the man that you pictured? Oh, don't lie. Well, our humble CEO and anchorman, Baked Salmon, has returned from a hiatus and is anxious to talk about recent events in the community. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm back, baby. What is going on? I was only gone a week or so.
Hello?
You were gone?
I was only...
Seriously?
So I don't imagine anything occurred while I was out. Just another month in the sleepy old TCAP community. And if you think I'm being serious, well, you're in for a big surprise. The Joran dramedy. I think my take on all this can be summed up around these mac and cheese videos. An undercover embedded sting carried out right under our sleepy noses. It's pretty clear who was behind this. It's there in front of us. It's in the voice.
What he wrote was a half-hearted attempt devoid of the actual things he had done.
This was all an operation by Anonymous.
Greetings, citizens of the United States. This is a message from Anonymous.
Let's give it up for Wes for teaming up with Anonymous. Think of what Wes subjected himself to in protecting the women in this community. God knows how many filthy tweets, pictures of a man's junk all turgid and completing its emission. He opens himself up to litigation recording those calls, and all of the dirty, filthy situations that go along with these activities. Or, as Wes Most refers to it, business as usual. There's one glaring omission from the Joran Saga series playlist Time Life collection. I've gone ahead and made the edit for mac and cheese. You're welcome. Let's see if you can even pick it out.
The day was July 6, 2020. The time was 3 a.m.
So in short, good job, Wes.
You've done it again.
My complete take on the Joran situation is actually rather simple. Dude was creepy. Dude was exposed. Dude gone. Lastly, there was a video that was put up and wisely has been taken down. The title stated, "Wake up, sheeple. TCAP is broken." Now, to the person who posted that, I hope it was posted in a drunken haze and taken down after you sobered up. That is excusable. You see, posting something polarizing anonymously is a good sign that it's bullshit. This community doesn't need your help if it means some unknown newbie passing judgment on us. If instead your intentions are good, then you probably shouldn't post under the name of a banned creep or a pasta side dish. Stand behind your beliefs and be yourself. That's all I have to say on the matter. From all of us at Bakeline, good night. Thank you to the folks that have joined the Patreon. We continue to grow and it's just awesome. We had a live chat in the Discord yesterday with a few content creators and it was a blast. I would love to see even more of you join us. We have a really good time. Special thanks to
Dummy Data, Kelp Pill, TechRec71, Cat G, Wes Most, Michael's TCAP Channel, M1A, Ramiro Soft, TCAP Recipes, Graham, Arrow Doe, Dr. K, Amanda James, Tiffany Lockhart, Joey's TCAP Channel, Michelle Simpson, Graham again, Uriel Gray, Moody Booty, The Lord Identity, Nathan Ramone, Rhoda's Chewed Tootsie, I'm Just Being Honest, Saul, Claudette, Many Syllables, and the glue that holds this all together, Gooey Hoo.
Thank you immensely to everyone who watches and comments. I appreciate you all so much. Collectively, you are the reason that I'm here in the first place. Check out the Patreon. I'd love to see new folks join us in the Discord. That's really everything for now. See you next time. Bye.
Give my